Tonight, a major crisis hits America's dinner tables.
God, no. What about the children? We're gonna starve.
Over 42 million Americans depend on SNAP food assistance. And now their benefits are caught in a political and legal showdown that could decide whether they eat this month or go hungry. Please subscribe the True Information Network and press the bell icon to stay updated. A federal judge ordered full benefit payments. The administration asked the Supreme Court to block them. States are scrambling. Food banks are overwhelmed. What does this mean for millions of families and America's future safety net? Let's dive in. SNAP is the nation's primary food aid program, helping low-income individuals and families buy groceries monthly. Roughly 1 in 8 Americans receive it. Each month costs SNAP around $8 or $9 billion. But when the U.S. federal government shut down in November 2025, the longest in history, funding for programs like SNAP froze. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, warned it had only 14 or 6 billion in contingency funds, far less than needed. On October 31st, federal judges in Massachusetts and Rhode Island ruled the administration must continue benefits using emergency reserves. The root cause: the political stalemate in Congress and the shutdown that followed. On November 4th, a lower court judge ordered the USDA to use contingency funds and a separate child nutrition fund to pay full November benefits. The Trump-era administration said it lacked legal authority and filed an emergency appeal. On November 7th, the USDA sent a memo to all states saying it would complete the processes necessary to make funds available. But then the Supreme Court of the United States issued an administrative stay, allowing the administration to pause full payments while appeals proceed. Confusion spread. Some states issued full benefits immediately, others issued partial or delayed payments. Families already living paycheck to paycheck fear the collapse of the safety net. Food banks report long lines, heated households, and store shelves precarious. One program director in Illinois said, "If the benefits don't arrive by Saturday, many will skip meals." States like Maryland and New York began stepping in with state funds to cover shortfalls. Yet, the USDA estimated about $2 billion shortfall if the shutdown continues. The message is clear. Even a short disruption can ripple through the lives of millions. The legal and political stakes remain high. If Congress fails to end the shutdown, SNAP funding will continue to be a battleground. State-by-state responses vary. Food aid advocates warn of long-term damage. Delays now could erode trust in the system and force households deeper into debt. For the federal government, the crisis poses questions about how it uses emergency funds and what happens when the safety net meets a political wall. This isn't just about groceries. It's about what America promises its people in times of crisis. When 1 in 8 citizens depends on an assistance program, the reliability of that program becomes a measure of national strength, not weakness. As the shutdown stretches, the ability of programs like SNAP to function becomes a litmus test for governance, compassion, and political will. So tonight we ask, will America keep its promise of food for all, or will millions be left to wait while leaders debate? Subscribe to True Information Network for ongoing coverage as this story evolves.